So we live? I think we are live. Are we live? Yeah, I think we are. I think we are live. Yes, 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 yes. We are live. What is good, my pack? Happy Thanksgiving. I know, yeah, Thanksgiving is 2 days away, but I'm gonna say it now because I won't be able to say it then. We're here, guys, for an open mic. We're gonna end. I thought I'd do it here today to end out the month of November. November just went, time is just going very fast. I think I said it before. How's everybody doing? Again, uh, it is once again. It is November 21st, 2003, and I'm here again to answer your questions. We hanging out. We'll chill for a little bit. It is 9:18 here on the East Coast in New York, and this this Q&A is also a little something. I joined a fundraiser, um, and pretty much it is all for the kids basically. And fundraiser has already raised about $300. The goal is 500. Not saying anybody needs to, but I thought I'd participate in the franchise in the. So yeah, that's something. Got myself a vitamin water to keep my mouth from getting dry. I'm here to answer your question. We'll hang out for a bit. We'll try to run this to run this 2 hours as always. I keep track of the time, and yeah, so just here to have some fun, answer your questions. Uh, let's do it as always. You know. Yeah, today I am rocking my X-Men shirt, as you can see. Uh, don't mind the kind of baggage in the back. You could see it. Those are things I need to take care of. But I was just like, I'm a little lazy right now. I'll do it later. So yeah, here we are. Ready to answer thy questions. Indeed. Everybody, hey, if some people are coming in, I even posted a post on the community feed of the channel asking everybody, you guys coming through? If you do, let's do it. Pretty got a pretty good amount of people that participated in the poll. But let's see what we got here. All right. Once again, for everybody who's coming in, happy Thanksgiving. I'm gonna say that now. I'll say it after when I shut off the stream as well. But yeah, we are 2 days away from Thanksgiving, and like I said before, November just came out and went. Uh, what I'm also enjoying is it's getting colder now here, especially here in New York. It don't ever say global warming ain't there's nothing, global warming ain't real, because it has been crazy warm here in New York. I don't know, everywhere else, but it's been crazy warm where it shouldn't be warm at especially this time of the year. So yeah, yeah, it's been uh some interesting movies have come out. I the Thanksgiving I didn't see yet. I definitely need to see, and I haven't seen the Marvels yet. And for everybody who let me bring that up real quick. For everybody out there who has, they are dogging the Marvels. You know, everybody I've talked to who's seen it said it was a fun movie. It was fun. That's what it needed to be. Give Nia Dakota her credit. She is, give her credit because she did make a set of gold and she accomplished it. But everybody's just ragging on this is another one of Marvel's lowest. It's just showing, and then the whole concept about superhero fatigue and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care what it is. Like, So people ain't going to the theaters. I don't know. Ever since the strike was over, the strike's over and everything like that. But still, it's just like, and all I know is once again, one of my friends, a friend from England, where it came out earlier, he said, "Dude, stay at the end. There's some cool credits that you definitely need to check out." But my biggest thing is just because I want to see Monica, how much she has advanced in her powers and everything like that. So I will be checking that out as soon as I can. Um, Again, I've stayed away from any kind of spoilers on Spider-Man 5. Um, I'm not being spoiled by that game at all. I see many people uploading it, and I'm like, nope, nope. So don't. So yeah, still need to get that PS5. I'm in no rush to get it though. I want it, but I am in no rush. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Um okay, let's start it off. Here we go. First question, statement. Quentin got a PS5. Good for you. And Marvel Spider-Man 2. I'm not gonna spoil it. I think that'd be smart. That'd be smart not to. Samurai Rahim asks, how are you enjoying the Rurouni Kenshin remake or reboot? I'm enjoying it very much. I watch it every Saturday or whenever it is uploaded on Crunchyroll. What I love about it so far is the emphasis they put on Kenshin Himura's eyes in this. Like in this, his eyes are purple, and when he taps into the Bato side, yeah, it kind of goes more with oh shit, oh like oh boy, you know. So and this is kind of staying a little bit more closer to the manga in a sense, but outside of that, I've enjoyed it very much. So thank you, Rahim, Samurai Rahim, for the question. Comic book guy J990, favorite lethal weapon in the franchise. Uh, I gotta say, I gotta say the first one still is first. If I was ranking them in order, I will go 1, 3, 2, 4. There you go. That's my ranking for them. But I love the lethal. I know they're making a fifth one. I think too. I mean, they got to do. I mean, Danny Glover's not getting any younger, and so is so is Mel Gibson. I'm just like, what are they? What is this one going to be about? I hope it's more centered around Murtaugh's grandson, Riggs's son. I don't just that. Uh, but who knows? Perry, what's good? Do you have any what Christmas themed shirts to wear? No, I don't. I'm not into that too much. I mean, yeah, I've seen some ones that I would check out, but I don't have that stuff. Okay. Hey, Chris, what's going on? Travis, think Martin Scorsese, he kind of a snob. I don't hate the man. There are a lot of Martin Scorsese movies that I like. I just think personally, when it comes to the old guard of personally be just me when it comes to the old guard of directors and they want to dog these superhero movies, and I'm like, I don't care. Like recently, like now, just came out. Ang Lee talked about how he doesn't watch the superhero movies. He can't watch movies that has special effects, and I'm like, yeah, this coming from the man who probably directed the worst Hulk movie ever. Okay, that's what, and I just said again with the Chandler meme. Oh, I don't care. That's it. I don't care. I really don't. It is what it is. but kinda. Caroline was good. Okay, Quentin asks, do you think Henry Zaga is a good actor for Kyle Rayner? This could be the redemption after how bad New Mutants did his biracial as Kyle Rayner. I don't even know who that is, so I can't say. Burger King. What if Shang Tsung and Bison swap places? So what if Shang Tsung was in the Street Fighter universe, and what if Bison was in the Mortal Kombat universe? That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. I'd buy that for $1. Name a movie that was boring. A movie that was boring to me. Like I watched the movie, and I was just like, I'm kind of bored. Uh, mm, what movie can I say? Speed 2? I guess. Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was kind of boring. Cyborg. Do you think Thanos could resist the lasso of truth? Probably. Maybe. Yeah, probably. What's your favorite part in Cocaine Bear? Favorite part in Cocaine Bear? Probably when the bear is chasing the or she is chasing the paramedics. It's like that's no way that bear should be keeping up. That was ridiculous. Uh, what tier from street level to multiverse level would you put Sailor Moon at? Yeah, she's up there. She's up. Sailor Moon and the gang are up at like that multi-level tier, that Avengers like level tier. Definitely not. They're not street level. No. Would Shang Tsung and Quan Chi work well as villains for Doctor Strange? Hell no. I mean, yeah, they would, but not together because their egos would get in the way. Did you hear that Goku versus Superman 3 was announced? I don't care. I do not care about I don't care about Death Battle. I don't care about I just don't. They I don't know how, but that channel bothers me so much. Really does. It just bothers me so dang much. Mm, really does. Just it's like they just throw shit out there and they think it works. Don't work to me. Not at all. Nope. Um, let's see. You said you'd be a waterbender, uh, because water is the strongest element on the planet. Perfect answer. Water can be anything you want it to be. Put it into a bottle. Look, it becomes the bottle. Put it into a cup. I don't have a cup. It becomes the cup. It can flow or crash. Be water, my friend. Bruce Lee said that. My idol. Kenshiro was in Mortal Kombat. What fatality? Would you think his fatality? You know who Kenshiro is? Have you ever seen Fist of the North Star? If you've never seen Fist of the North Star, go look up his martial arts skill. His martial arts skill is called the assassin art. It is made for killing. Kenshiro is made for that. That is the one, the one character from another franchise I would put into Mortal Kombat. I don't care about, like, I actually sat down and watched all of Omni Man's dialogue, and there sometimes I'm like, is JK even trying? Or he just feels like he's reading from the script. We're already dead. Like, yeah, pretty much. Let's see what's going on. All right. Okay. So who win in the particular battle? Starting at 50 feet apart. Wolverine or Sailor Moon. Let's assume Wolverine is mind control. That's worse. If he's mind control, that's worse. That's the Wolverine you don't want. Berserked, or mind control. And again, you got to look at it from experience too. You know, have you ever owned Street Fighter Two on the? I never owned this as a Super Nintendo. Never owned one. Once I got the original Nintendo, after that, I was a Sega loyalist. I had and still have mostly every Sega home system ever. So it actually started with not the Genesis, it started with the Master System. Had the Master System, and then of course got the NES, and then of course when it was wondering, and then Christmas came around that time of the year, and I remember everybody was, like, what are you gonna get? What are you getting? Because it was the Super Nintendo or the Genesis or wherever you are in the world, the Mega Drive. And I was gonna go with the Super NES. And then my cousins was like, no, get the Genesis. And then I saw that one commercial, where pretty much Sega was basically digging at Nintendo, basically saying you can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does, and I'm just like, okay, that swayed me, and I have never regretted it either, because if I did, I wouldn't have been able to play probably one of my favorite Sega games ever, Streets of Rage. Water is element of change out there. Comic guy, are you going to play the SS game? Does that stand for Suicide Squad? I don't know. The more that game gets pushed back, I don't really care for it too much. And more likely, I think it's going to be an exclusive. Quinn Blake, I remember one comic book, Kyle Rayner held the Big Bang. I don't know how he would do that unless he time traveled. I don't remember that. Do you think the Purple Man trying to mind control Yujiro Hanma? Yeah, he would try, but it wouldn't work. Yujiro's just too strong, will, strength, mind wise, and more importantly, his mind control doesn't work on Luke Cage anymore. So last time he tried to do it, Luke fucked him up. So yeah, I've read the two issues of Predator versus Wolverine. What are your thoughts on the Predator being depicted as a highly threat enough to make Wolverine second guess himself, seen in the first issue? I'm not gonna read. I read the first issue. I liked it, but then I didn't buy it. I read it in the shop. I'm not gonna read it until later, until it comes out on trade, so I can just read it. I don't. It's sometimes I look at some things. I'm like, yeah, I want to just read this in one big trade instead of just single issue to single issue. I like it. It's cool. It makes sense. But yeah, I like it indeed. Have you ever seen The Last Samurai? Of course I have. I'm a samurai nut. I love that stuff. So yeah. Fandom can turn people off. That's true. Have you been enjoying the Street Fighter comic crossover? Yes, yes, I have. Uh, uh, hold on. Okay, where did I leave off? I'm trying to see where I left off. Do you know a YouTuber channel named The Variant? Yes, I do. Have you watched Blue Eyed Samurai? No, I have not started yet. I'm about to start that. I haven't started yet. Caroline. Yeah, I've been hurt by the way too many times with fandoms always talking smack. Samurai Rahim axes Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. Yeah, he's been casted as Guy Gardner in Superman Legacy, and I just recorded my thoughts on the castings of Lex Luthor, Jimmy Olsen, and Miss Tessmacher. So I'll have that up probably after I end the stream. Uh, yeah, Guy. I mean, Guy is not my favorite of the Human Lanterns, but Nathan Fillion playing him. I mean, James Gunn is gonna. They're like this, so I'm not surprised. Could he play? Could he? Will he nail it? Probably will. Even though Nathan is, Mr. Fillion's always voiced Hal. On a, I uh, I didn't look at it like that, and I can understand why they didn't have any of the Street Fighter characters do use their chi energy and stuff like that. It's unfair. And it's like I got it. Artwork wasn't that bad. You know whose artwork is bad? Roberto. Well, to me, it's that bad. But again, opinions vary. Didn't bother me none. I mean, Turtles got two crossovers out. They had that, and then they had Stranger Things, which that's another book that I'll get in trade as well. Should Animusha return? Uh, if they find a way to bring it back, or I wouldn't mind it. What is Shang Tsung? What is with all this Shang Tsung stuff? Was in the Street Fighter tournament. Yeah, you be cheating. What the turtles have fought mutants and aliens and gods and stuff and some of the, but they were going on pure martial arts, not the other way around. And you can't see that, then that's just your problem. I got where they were going with it. It was pure martial arts, the other way around. Batman Return of Dark Knight art terrible. Uh, I don't care for the Dark Knight at all. Overrated. Do you think Ninja Turtles should cross over with Green Arrow? No, don't. I don't like that crossover at all. Hey there, Chris. How's it going? I'm fine. Fine at all. Let's see. Comic Guy J99 Zero axes. How about TMNT Daredevil? Yes, absolutely. I would love to see a crossover. I would love to see that. That's a crossover I would love to see. That's that's a crossover I would love to see. Definitely. Turtles and Matt, and it could be the hand and the foot teaming up, and Shredder trying to get the Shredder. I can see it where Shredder basically tries to gain the power of resurrection. Try to gain that power that the hand has. That'd be something he would try to do. I would. That'd be cool to see a fight between Daredevil and the Shredder and things like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Have you seen Turtles Mutant Mania? Yes, I did. I did see that. I liked it. Liked it very much. I will be putting up. I'm putting up reviews of mostly every movie I've seen in 2023. Um, I have put up all the movies that I promised I'd put up reviews. I think there's only one more that was made the poll that I did, and I think that was Scream, the last Scream. Everything else, and Transformers and Equalizer 3, which I saw. I did like that. What a pretty good way of ending. It looks like they ending the franchise. That's be cool. Yeah, and things like that. And yeah, it's cool to see that Denzel and Anton are going to team up again because Denzel's going to play Hannibal. And I remember that this role was intended for, I think, Vin Diesel, but now Denzel's got it. For those who don't know who Hannibal is, he was a general. He was the one that led to try to burn down Rome, but he led the army of the elephants into Rome. So let's see. Quentin, when I see the Terrifier 2 in the movie theater, people walked out. I stayed and see the Terrifier is not for everybody. That's some gory shit right there. I'm not even gonna lie. I have it. It's some gory, and the third one's coming out. You got it's some gory stuff right there. So, which DC hero do you think deserves to have more unique supervillains for themselves? I would say Flash, because, like I said, outside of the rogues, everything else is all about speed. It'd be cool to have a character that has nothing to do with speed, like you know, saying. Uh, what Green Lantern would Art the? I don't know. He could be Fear. He'd be either yellow, red, a combination. Uh, hey, right. Hope everyone's doing blessed. That's good. Big lad. Perry asks, have you ever watched an episode of Invader Zim? I vaguely remember watching Invader Zim, but I think I have. Peter Jackson's The Frighteners. I actually like The Frighteners. I actually like that. That's actually a very underrated Michael J. Fox movie. I actually like that movie a lot. I actually didn't enjoy it. Uh, D. Wallace was in that. I didn't even reckon that. You forget that was D. Wallace in that, legendary D. Wallace, and she was really scary in that too. It was weird and creepy. Why is that? Why is that most? Oh wait, I want to. Why is that most superheroes, especially street level heroes, think that horror characters can't touch them? What do you mean by that? Like somebody like it depends on the character, and it depends on the hero. If you're talking street level, I never really thought about that at all. What universe? What universe? When Peter Parker and Mary Jane have kids together? It's called. Wait, I know it's called the new Ultimate Universe. The number is 6162. That's what it's called, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because they're allowing Peter to not only have Mary Jane, but he's gonna have kids and still be Spider Man. So that's it's good stuff. I mean, to say most superhero fans think that horror characters can't touch them. Most superhero fans think that horror characters can't. Uh, some of them, there's some reasons for it because one, like, for example, imagine, let's say, not even just street level, but just imagine Freddy Krueger trying to mess with Doctor Strange's dreams. You think he stands a chance? He wouldn't. Even Daredevil, Matt been through far worse than what anything Krueger could do to him. It's all up here. They've dealt with worse, far worse. The only horror villain that I can really think would be a really interesting challenge, and it would have to be more of a character that is non-powered in a sense, like Michael Myers. I'd like to see, like, let's say Michael Myers comes. If Michael Myers came through New York City, Marvel New York City, you think he wouldn't have 4 to 5 characters, or you think Michael would be able to stand up to, let's say, you saying street level, right? Luke Cage. Let's use Luke for example. You think he would be able to stand up to Luke Cage? Not a chance. The moment Michaels tries to stab him, brink, break. Luke one punch and he'll knock Michael out. And in Michael's world, yeah, he has this inhuman strength, but compared to Luke's, like a welfare case. The one character I'd probably say would be a threat would probably be it. That now there you go. There's a character. It, especially knowing what he really is. But characters like like Leatherface and Jason would be another one that could probably work depending on the character. But there's just some of them that just won't. It just even street level, like street level meaning is it when to me, even when you say street level to certain heroes, it's kind of an insult to me because it's like I don't look at Spider-Man as a street level hero. He's so much more than that, you know. But you look at, like I said, street level. You look at, I use Luke Cage again. Why? Because he's one of my favorites of all time. He could beat half of the horror icons by himself. He could do it by himself. He wouldn't need anybody's help. Let's use Freddy again. You think he would be able to do what he would do to, like, Danny, the Iron Fist? Danny's been through far worse. His mind is too powerful for that. It'd be Freddy on the defensive end. There are certain horror icons that just don't work in the Marvel universe because there are guys like them, or these heroes have fought people like them. But and most of them wouldn't even get close to the MCU because Doctor Strange would be all over them real quick. He would sense them coming. Like, okay. He's the sorcerer supreme. Just is what it is. But some I wouldn't say I wouldn't like to see it, but I'm just saying. And then you say, okay, but okay, what about DC? Same thing in a sense. Some of them in the same way. I would love to see like Batman and Michael Myers. Like Michael Myers comes to Gotham. So yeah, what do you think of the upcoming Merry Little? I didn't see it yet. Quentin, how do you feel when you saw Scorpion? How did I feel about when I saw Scorpion for the first time in Mortal Kombat? That's my boy. That's my favorite character. So of course I'm a ninja samurai nut. I love both characters. I love both aspects, ninja and samurai. Scorpion he really hooked me. Get it? Yeah, you see what I did right there? He really hooked me. You know, and to see him what he's gone through, and to see him overcome it, and then to get fucking killed by Devora pissed me off. And then to see him get when he comes back, he's no longer Hanzo Hasashi. He's Kuai Liang. And I do love in the more they tell him you are the first Kuai Liang Scorpion. Luke Cage beat Jason. Um Jason like that like I don't I Jason is strong too, but I don't think Jason could take a hit from Luke. I don't think he could. I don't think he has his strength is at that level. He is and can be an unstoppable force, but if Luke need to rip him apart, he would. He'll rip him apart. Okay, what about Pinhead? There's a good one. Pinhead is somebody again. Pinhead, Pinhead, Candyman. A lot of those characters would be dealing with more mystical sides, and then you're going into the mystic arts. That's where it gets tough. But the famous slashers, they wouldn't stand a chance. The ones that really, like I said, it, Pinhead, Candyman. That I would probably say maybe the Creeper. He seems to can't die. You know, yeah, those are some of them. Goblin Slayer anime, Goblin Slayer. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Did you hear about the Terminator anime? Yeah, there's a Terminator anime coming out. That was pretty cool to get that announcement out there. When is the anime con in New York happening? It happened already. It happened already, comic guy. It happened already. It passed already. It passed this week. Next year they're moving it. They're moving it from after New York Comic Con. They're doing it now in the summertime. Could you imagine this Punisher met Art the Clown? What do you think? Oh, that'd be bloody. Yeah, that'd be bloody. Yeah, that'd be bloody. Who put that again? Quentin. No, was it Quentin? Yeah. Um. Let's see. What would Baki think of Luke Cage? Um. I, to a degree, I think Baki would be somewhat impressed. Uh, just but he'd be more impressed at Luke's somewhat of invulnerability and stuff. He'd probably take that somewhat as a challenge to try to see if it truly is invulnerable, is unbreakable. Do you see Amanda Waller sending the Suicide Squad to eliminate the Hulk if he was in the DC universe or vice versa? Yeah. What is your reaction to Darth Vader returning to the light in to save his son? I was okay with it. Comic guy, thoughts on the new Punisher comic? Oh, you mean this? I mean this. I enjoyed this very much. It was it was fun. Um, you know, yes, this he doesn't. First of all, he doesn't even call himself the Punisher. But the fact that what he is doing, people think, oh, Frank is back. So they just started saying the Punisher's back. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna use this as a way to be able to get my job done. Because it is a revenge story. He Joe Garrison, that's his name, was a former Shield agent, and his family is killed by somebody he was dealing with when he was a Shield agent. And so because he was a wet works agent, he was one of those, wet work. He did things like that. So he is definitely it's definitely, and it was cool to see him fight Mr. Hyde at the end of that. So yeah, it's good. It's good indeed. What was your face on the first Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Conan. Very first movie I ever saw. Conan the Barbarian. Aren't the rights to Jason Voorhees split in half? No, I don't know what, but I know, we're still getting that Crystal Lake show. So, what do you think makes Raven or Revan from the Old Republic such a popular character? I haven't played Old Republic in years. Who is who worst mother in fiction? Who's the worst mother in fiction? Take your pick. There's a bunch of them. Just yeah, there's a bunch of them. Andre, so what do you think about the recent Batman run where what? Bruce of rapidly taking over Bruce's mind and body. I'm behind on Batman, so I don't spoil anything for me. Travis, did you play Jet Moto? Yes, I did. I played Jet Moto. Oh, I got some of them keeps sticking me in my eye. Buy or sell. Uh Midnight Run or what? Midnight Run or what? Gran Turismo. I've never been a Gran Turismo fan. So I would definitely sell Gran Turismo by uh Midnight Run. Why are what? Oh, yeah, don't spoil anything. I'm just saying. Andre says, so anyway, I'm going to be turning 30 in 2 months, by the way. Congrats for reaching Club 30. Why are Mega Man X games so hard? Really? I found Mega Man more harder than X. Even though he's still Arnold Schwarzenegger, he still works. He still works out. Of course he is. I mean, that's never going to change. He still works out. Yes, he does. He makes that perfectly clear. Nephew turning. Oh, yeah. Arnold still works out. Kudos to him. Just because you're getting older, don't mean you shouldn't, you can't work out. I mean, when I'm at the gym, I see it all the time. You know, the elderly in there working out. I mean, it's weird sometimes because some of them, you know, I listen to Simon Miller a lot, and Simon has this pet peeve about people who go to the gym and wear jeans and work boots. And every time I see it, that his voice pops in. He's wearing jeans. He's wearing jeans, and I'm like, it's pretty funny. You said you looked at the first issue. Yeah. Do you think that Marvel is doing a good job in repping without nerfing? Yeah. I mean, look at what he does. He's doing to Logan right there. You got somebody that could do that to Logan and nearly somewhat put the fear of God into him. I'd say you're doing a pretty good job. Indeed. It was always said there was only one man who really made Wolverine put fear into him. Sorry about that. That really put him, and that was Cyber. And then he conquered that. Which boss fight in video games that which boss fight in a video game that makes you want to tear out your hair? Um uh I would say Street Fighter 3 when you fight Gil pisses me off. He pisses the fuck out of me. I hate this two-hit shit with him. I don't. That used to get on my nerve. My brother, my nephew turning 1 and he will be have the same oh, that's cool. That's cool indeed. Uh what's your top 5 Mortal Kombat fate? That's hard. That's hard. Because there's so many. Like that's hard. That's something you don't just right off the cuff and no, it's not. That's tough. Samurai Rahim, Randy Orton returning. Yeah, he is. He coming back. Survivor Series in War Games. He's gonna be there. It was announced yesterday after the match with Drew and Jay Uso. Uso. Yeah. They won the right. They won the advantage, and that's when it was announced. Cody announced it, basically kind of giving clues like he was a he was instrumental in my legacy. He's hearing voices, or he's an apex predator, stuff like that. It's like all these nicknames that Randy Orton had. Randy Orton has been out of action for 18 months. 18 months. Let that sit in for a minute, due to injury and stuff like that. And don't let anybody tell you that this shit is fake because it's not. You know, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Iron Claw movie. Gil, okay. Top 5 Sega IPs. That's a little easier, but I'll definitely gotta go Streets of Rage. Sonic, uh, Fantasy Star, or Shining Force, though it's probably one of those. Shinobi. So and Uh, Outrun. I do love Outrun. No, Shenmue. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a Sega IP. Marion, what moments in Star Wars that made you tear up or cry? Well, the first time I saw it, seeing Luke get his hand cut off, that upset me big time. Um, in terms of the new stuff, when Han Solo died, and just seeing how upset Chewie was, like that was the first time when Chewie makes his like that sounded upsetting. You could feel it when Kylo Ren killed his dad. That was like you felt you felt Chewie was like, I'm gonna kill you. Like I felt that one. That was that. Your voice is pretty soothing tonight. My voice is soothing. Oh, okay. Why do you hate Kano? I fuck Kano can suck a. Never mind. I hate Kano. I do. I hate that character. He gives Aussies a bad name. He really does. He gives Aussies a bad name. Indeed. What a joke. He's a dillweed. What's your favorite? What was your reaction when Luke showed up in the Mandalorian? First of all, I think the more important is how Sebastian Stain looked as Luke. Shit. AEW biggest flaw. What's AEW's biggest flaw? There's so many, but definitely overbooking. I mean, I'm not overbooking. Too much talent that Tony Khan don't know what to do with. Just recently, they signed. They just signed. Um, Will Osprey and Kushida. Yeah, yeah, Kushida. Yeah, no, Tanahashi is one of them. Yeah, uh, and those are great picks, great talent. But over time, it's just like the roster just keeps bigger, and you know, and nobody wants to hear that. But nobody, and no, especially no crazy and talk about fandom. Yeah, bring up just nonsense like that with um with AEW. Yeah, those and those AEW enthusiasts will try to rip you apart. It's ridiculous. Travis Tiffin has never gotten platinum trophy. Have you ever gotten plat? Yeah, I've gotten some. I've gotten some. Have you looked at the Justice League Godzilla? That's another book I'm gonna get in trade. That's another cross. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm getting that in trade. I'm starting to realize I don't want to just pick up single issues. There are certain books I want to just read, sit down, read it through. That's another one. What would Muscle Man think of Guy Gardner? I think he looks cool. Can I have your ring? Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Marion Hill get court-martialed not too long ago in the comics? I court-martialed. That would mean she's in the military. Shield is not the military. Did you like fruities? Mm, not really. I can't wait for the trade. It takes a long time for me to wait, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I keep track of the like the Predator, Wolverine versus Predator. When I looked on Amazon, it's coming out in June or July, and I'm like, yeah, I could wait. Let me just pre-order it. things like that. Hope Mortal Kombat 2 brings back the faith. Yeah, it's probably will. What are your thoughts on Bruiser Brody, legend, tough as nails? Rest in peace. I do not like Butch Hartman because you know what he did. Butch Hartman, talking about the creator of Ben. The I said Ben. Danny Phantom. Is that what you think about? Did you like Ruben sandwich? I'm more of a I'm more of a pastrami on rye type of guy. I'm not the biggest Ruben fan. It's pastrami on rye all the way. I'm from New York, so you know. What's a book, movie, or TV show that you consider masterpiece? That is an excellent question. Hmm. Hmm. Masterpiece. That's a tough. That's really tough. I might have to think about that. How much does Big Smoke from San Andreas eat? A lot. What are your thoughts on Bruiser Brody died in Puerto Rico? Yeah, a lot of people still blame Carlos Colon for that, his death. So there you go. Carlito's father. Did you get your PS5 or plan to get it? Plan? Haven't gotten planned. Also, I got a recliner in my room. That's nice. Right. Samurai Rahim Tekken 8 new characters. Yeah, some of them. I mean, that the last one they showed is a female, and she seems to have some connection, with the Mashiba family. Um, there's rumors that she could be Hihachi's daughter. Worst mission in GTA. I can't think of one. JJ think of Benson. That's funny. I think he's crazy. Yeah, Vincent Casello's in. Yeah, he's gonna be, and he is a huge Tekken fan. When they announced that, I was like, okay, he's an actor. Okay, but the last person they showed was a female. She looked like she could be a part of the Judgment Day from WWE. It's funny. Which death in wrestling has hit you the hardest? That's tough because there's been a couple of them. The ones that I grew up with. I mean, you, I'm a child of the '80s, so I was a Macho Man fan. Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, British Bulldog. They all those hurt. Scott Hall hurt, and it's Hardcore Holly. No, not Hardcore. Um, uh, Spike Dudley. No, Spike. No, damn it. uh, I said Hardcore Holly, but I meant his brother. I mean his cousin. Definitely hit hard. I said Macho. They would all hit. They do hit hard. We just celebrated Eddie Guerrero. Eddie's the anniversary of Eddie's death. It's been 20 years. Can you believe that? 20 years since he's been gone. Roddy Piper's death. That hurt. That hurt. Crash Holly. Thank you, Raquel. I'm like hardcore. I'm Crash. Crash, his death hurt. And I was on Peacock, and I was, because that's where you can watch all WWE, and I was watching some of his old matches, and Crash was great. He was a good worker. He was a great worker, and you know, just sucked that, his life ended. Disney making it to 100. I did like that little celebration had all the characters and stuff like that, and some unedited footage of Robin Williams as the genie. That was him. They just didn't air that. And speaking of Robin Williams, his daughter Zelda is making her debut, her her directorial debut. So cool. Again, just shows you how much Robin loved games because he named his daughter after Princess Zelda. What DC character will be a worthy opponent for battle for battle beast outside of Superman? I don't get your question. Uh I'll be right back, guys. Ah, sorry about that, guys. Nature called. Uh, so where were we? Uh, Perry. Oh no, I asked that. The one death that hit me hard outside of wrestling was the loss of uh, JDF. I still can't believe that he's gone. David Frank. Yeah, that hurt. That kind of hurt too, and especially when you find out how it happened. Uh, Celebrities' deaths. I mean, somebody asked me that too a couple of times. Like, what celebrities' deaths really hurt you, or even if you never met the. And I'm like, Robin Williams' death. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt so bad. That hurt so bad, guys, that I couldn't watch anything with him in it without just breaking down and crying. And I'm not like just no, I'm talking like legit crying like I lost a family member. Like, yeah, I hurt. That hurt a lot. Of course, Stan Lee, that definitely hurt. Um, um, Michael losing Michael hurt. Losing Prince that hurt. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, that hurt me. Um, some of these actors, they just got older, but some of them you just like just lost Matthew Perry. Man was only 54. And you may not be a Friends fan, but he's only 54. And that was terrible. So would you like to see a modern reboot of the underrated 90s show Street Sharks? Would I mind a remake of Street Sharks? No, not really. Um, I'll tell you what a show I would love to see a remake of, and they actually give them time. Sorry. Anybody remembers the show The Pirates of Dark Water? If you do, that was a show I loved, and it didn't even get to finish. It only got canceled, and the Ren, he only got 6 of the 13 treasures of rule, and he only was able to cure about half of his city Octopon from the Dark Waters. But that was a good series. Um, do you find memes funny? Depends. Do you know when Mo gets that face? You know something is going to get. Yeah. Do you think Pops from regular show can beat Omni Man in a fight? I don't know. I don't think so. Um, Why does everybody put Omni Man versus Superman? It's not even a fair fight. I don't know either. I really don't. I don't get that either, comic guy. I really don't. They always put them two together. Nolan Omni Man is nowhere near Superman level. Voldemites are not that strong. They're not. Maybe in their universe they are, but if it would be a slaughter. He would. A fully developed Kryptonian who's soaked up all that yellow sunlight, faces of they'll lose big time. When would Vegeta think Omni Man? What would Vegeta think of Omni? I think he would think he's a jerk. Say some other colorful words too. Uh, what would Jirohama think of Craven? Not, he wouldn't be impressed. Is there any Palestinian superheroes from comics that you can think of? Is I don't think so. I don't think so. I still like movie Mars Attacks. Yes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's funny. If I'll be mad if Michael Bay directs Street Sharks. He ain't gonna do it. Um, where we at? What's the time? Hour. Oh man, we might. I'll be. I'd find it hard to trust streaming service these days or studios in general. The power creep in Marvel that pisses me off. It's like The writers purposely make this character OP so from outside franchises can't really touch him. Uh, well, we're you know I'm not saying that Superman can't be beat. There's been plenty of people that have beaten him. You know, but I just find it weird sometimes now that people are exposed to the invincible universe. They now think, oh, he could. I've somebody who's been exposed to that universe since day one. No, not even Mark. I know you do not know him. I was heartbroken when Angry Grandpa died. Since his videos, oh man, okay. Do you feel bad for Tim Curry? Yes, I do. I do. Yes, I do. What would happen if a few dozen Voldemort tried to jump Doomsday? Goodbye. They're dead. Doomsday would kill them all. Heard a rumor that Dragon Breather is going to be in season 2 of Invincible. If that's true, then they're probably gearing up for the pack. The pack. This is a young group of heroes in that universe teaming up. So Mark Grayson, Invincible, Fire Breather, you um, uh, Shadowhawks, and I'm forgetting the other person. There was four. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Why is that not on? I don't know. No. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh. Why would happen if the Voldemort would try to take over a casket scan? Oh boy, they're in for the fight of their lives. That's messing with Black Lightning Tef's home country. Yeah, you're fucked. Uh, how many Shadow Hawks have there been in comics? In the comics, there's been about technically two or three. There was Lance Johnston, and then he supposedly died of AIDS, but he was resurrected back. Then there was Chris Collins, he was the youngest, and then Lance came back, and that's it. Guts from Berserker versus Conan Barhula. That'd be an interesting fight. That'll be an interesting fight because it's just their will to survive would make them fight forever. The problem is you got Guts who's got that long ass dragon slayer, the sword, but he does swing it like it's light to him. Have I ever played any Tales games? You mean Telltales? Yeah, I played a couple. I have the Batman. I have Wolf. I have the Guardians of the Galaxy. I have Walking Dead. Ever watched Totally Spies? Yes, I have. I have watched Totally Spies once. I have. I have watched it. I like its spinoff. Uh, what's the name of that show? And he's got his caveman with him. Damn it, I forgot the name of it. I forgot. I can't remember the name. Are you looking forward to Wolf Among Us? Is it coming out? I hope it is. Do you think Darth Vader is just a straight up villain, or a villain, and or a what, or a tragic villain? He's a bit of both because he still did all that other stuff. Like you can't you can't just say, I'm sorry for you. That's why I didn't like what they did with Kylo Ren. I'm like, the fuck you giving him this redemption story? He fucking killed his father. Like, you don't. Nah, man. Like that's like no, 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 no. Martin Mystery. Thank you, Travis. Love Martin Mystery. Yes, I did. It's that opening is great too. I love that. Sorry, guys. I'm texting. Wow. If you ever see me focus on my phone, I'm texting somebody from my job was texting me. Coworker. November 28th will be my birthday. Oh man, 2 more months. And you'll be in Club 20. Congrats. Raheem, what's happening tomorrow? Busy. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. That's why, in a sense, I may cut this stream a little short. We may go to 11 o'clock. I may cut it short because I gotta be up early. What do you think about Luke's Jedi Order in the previous EU? Great. Okay. Got Comic guy, got any comic recommendations? Yeah, I got a few. Um, um, where is it? Got a few. Uh, there's more. I'll bring out some more, but it's out in trade now. I think it comes out next, but um, this bad boy, Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Think what they did with Abraham Lincoln. It's just Harriet Tubman. She fights demons. That's cool. And Creed by and Boom Studios. This is basically a continuing of the Creed franchise. It's the only difference is not Adonis, is his daughter. She's now boxing, so she's following the footsteps of her father and her granddad. And then there's another one that I wanted to show you. Here it is. Oh, it's under Mad Cave, and it's called Hunt, Kill, Repeat. What is it about? So it's dealing with the Greek pantheon. That's Zeus right there. In the story, basically, um, the gods, the Olympians, were fed up with how, excuse me, how mortals were evolving, and how much they praised their technology. So one day, Zeus was like, "Fuck that." Okay, and they invaded and basically conquered mortals again. And so they rule now with like an iron fist. Enter Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, falls in love with a mortal man, has a child with a mortal man. And now, if you know anything about Greek pantheon, and Athena and Artemis are two goddesses that are supposed to be virgins. They're virgin goddesses. They've never been, but she has, and she kept it a secret. Fast forward, and you may start getting an idea of this. Fast forward, Zeus finds out and is pissed that his daughter is not celibate, and not only does he find the man responsible, he kills him. And Athena had basically kind of gave up her godhood to be with him. She was pregnant. So she gets knocked out, and they find when she wakes up, finally, she realizes that her baby is gone. So now Athena's on now Artemis is on a killing spree to get her child back. What does this sound like? If you've said Kill Bill, that's exactly what this is. This is Kill Bill just with the gods, because Artemis is now on track to get. She doesn't know that her child is still alive. Zeus has been raising her child, similar to how Bill was raising Beatrice's daughter. And you see the other pantheons. You see Athena and Aphrodite and um, Hades. Hades in this look dope. He looks bad. Let me see. I think you can see him again. Hephaestus gives Artemis some armor to protect her. Can't. Where is Hades? I don't think it's in this one. Oh, here he is. You see him? That's Hades. He looks like a fallen angel, but it's cool. So yeah, this is a real good book. It's Artemis. It's Artemis basically trying to get her kid back and getting revenge on her family for taking a man she loved. And as soon as I read that first issue, I'm like, this is Kill Bill. I I was laughing, but it was funny. What if they put Kyle Rayner in the Justice League animated series back in 20? He was on the episode. He was there. But because Dwayne McDuffie was he wanted John Stewart, and he got it. Even though Anakin became Vader on his own, do you think the Jedi Order and big hypocrisy took part? Um, yeah, you could say that, but again, when it comes down to it, Anakin chose to do that shit. He chose that. You know. Would you pay money for a He-Man themed Monopoly board? Yeah, I want this comic book called Godzilla Ragnarok. It's about Godzilla fighting the Norse gods. Yeah, I read that. That was good. I'm reading Godzilla Godzilla uh comic that's takes place during the 1800s or 1700s, like forget what it's called. And we actually had him. He actually fought the Kraken. It was really cool. Who has the comic book right? IDW. IDW has the comic book rights to Godzilla. What Batman movie has the best soundtrack? Well, to me, nothing beats Danny Elfman. that theme. So I'd definitely say the first 89 Batman. Sorry that I'm eating. I'm still kind of hungry. I ate dinner and I'm still hungry. I ate something light and I'm still hungry. How long has it been? Has IDEO Comics have the rights to Turtle? Uh, for a while, but anything outside of comics is Nickelodeon. Like Nick owns the rights to the Turtles. Kissed by a Rose. Seal kiss. It's kissed by a rose, not kissed by the grave. And the thing is, that wasn't even a song that he wrote for the. If I remember, he didn't even write that for Batman Forever. That was just a song he used. They just incorporated into that, and it's a good song. But there are people who are not the biggest fan of Schumacher's run of Batman. To a degree, the Star Wars prequels are somewhat hated. See, the problem is when you do a prequel, to something, you know it's not going to, like, for example, in the I'm trying to think of something. Can't think of it. Is Tim Drake comic run still going? No, it's in trade already. It was only a miniseries. Speaking of miniseries, Night Thrasher returning with a miniseries. I was blown away with that news from Marvel. Yeah, time to thrash tonight. And music is the universal language. Yeah, it is. What episode? I hate in regular show the ultimate. Um, I wouldn't say there were episodes in regular show that I hated. To me, Benson would just made it tough to really like this character because Benson acted like a general that, and he ain't no general. You know, many times you watch that he prejudges Mordecai and Rigby, or gets them to do things that as employees they're obligated to like. I remember when they were playing the game before GBS came through. Yeah, I'm GBS, but it don't stand for big head. It stands for Garrett Bobby Ferguson. You know, it's a giant bearded face. That's my episode. I love that episode. I might go watch that episode when I get off. That's just Oh, it's a giant bearded face. Comic guy favorite what? Oh, favorite Three Ninjas movie. I yeah, I like the Three Ninjas. The first one. I don't care too much for the sequels, especially when the cast started changing. I'll stick with the first one. And then Comic Guy acts again. Did you see the casting? The entire cast of the next Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, I did. I did see that. So a lot of familiar faces coming back. Judge Ryan Hall coming back as Billy Rosewood. Taggart's going to be in, the actor who played Taggart. Um, Bronson who Selge, he's going to be in there. Jordan Joseph Levitt is going to be in there. And for the first time, Eddie Murphy is going to be working with Kevin Bacon, because Kevin Bacon is going to be in the movie too. I was like, oh my God. I remember Eddie. He he talked about almost nearly dying on set. I'm like, what? When he realizes that he's not 23 anymore, because that's how old he was when he did the first Beverly Hills Cop. Eddie's in his 60s now, so there were some things he had to do, and he even said like, kind of just, running was just tough. I'm like, whoa, but that's the whole thing. You can't beat the clock, right? But it's called Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, so I am looking forward to it. Vincent's a jerk sometimes. What do you think would happen if Predator movies had the protagonist stripped of their plot armor? I'm saying, what would your reaction be if the Predators won? I'd be like, okay. What voices do you uh hear in Tim Drake comics? When I'm reading Tim Drake, well, I don't hear that the kid that did, who kind of was a mixture of from the animated series. I really don't. Um, I don't. I think it's hard to explain. It really is. First comic book you ever read, remember reading? I remember. Um, it was it was actually 25 books that my father had given me. And the first book was a Conan book when Marvel still had them. The second book was um, Luke Cage #1, um, from the '90s, where Luke was not in New York anymore. He was in Detroit, and where he was looking more like Lawrence Taylor. Um, it was a Superman, but when I got down between the 23rd the between the 22nd, not the 22nd, the 24th, the 23rd, and the 25th. The 24th book was Spider-Man, and it was a team up book. It was called Marvel Tales Team Up, and he was teaming up with the Hulk against Wood God. Wood God. If you know who that is, you know who that is. That was the first book I read. Do I like Bane and Young Justice? He's all right. Do you remember a kid's show called Thomas and Friends? You mean Thomas the little engine? Okay. Yeah. And with that, I'm gonna call it quits, guys. Early. I have to get up early. Uh, I got a lot of running around to do. I still got some things to do. So I apologize for cutting this short. I should have made it earlier. I was gonna do it at 8 instead of 9, but yeah, didn't have the time. But anyway, guys, listen. You all have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your families. Think about, um, be grateful for what you have and not what you don't have. Be thankful for that. Um, don't eat too much. Don't drink too much as well. And with that being said, guys, I will see you guys next month again with another Q&A. But in the meantime, we are gone. We're out. So thank you. I ever see people saying thank you to happy Thanksgiving. Yes. Okay. Comment guy. Yes. You can there go to my channel and you will see the link to my Patreon. And if you want to contribute, you could do it right there. There will be some exclusive things going up there as well that won't be on the channel. So yeah, uh, you could do that as well. But with that being said, you guys take care, and I'm out. Deuces.